Today I'm with Kazia from Being in Your Element. Being in Your Element is a new way of learning, really, isn't it? If you could tell us a bit more about it.
Yeah, hi everyone. So we run weekly learning sessions, outdoor learning sessions in the woods. Predominantly, it's home educated children, just because of the times that we run, but we're not strictly limited to just home eds. You could say it's kind of along the lines of a forest school. We call it outdoor learning just because we don't follow the same curriculum. But yeah, doing similar things. They're out in the woods learning to cook on the fire. We're foraging. Risky play is a big part of it so that kids can learn sort of awareness of their body and, yeah, just empower themselves. It is very child-led. So sometimes they come and say, we want to make bow and arrows today, or we want to go on the slack line. So, yeah, it's just entirely up to them.
And that runs every week on a Thursday, just outside of Framlingham.
Yes, it's in Parham, on a private farm. He's got a beautiful woodland setting that we are very lucky to use. It's a really magical space, actually.
And what time does that start and finish?
So on a Thursday, we run from 12 o'clock until 4 o'clock-ish. It usually does run a little bit over. But we come together, cook together. There's usually an activity on offer for the children. We offer circus skills. A friend and I run the sessions, Zlatuse, and she's very creative in all that she does. We bring in a lot of mindfulness for the kids. So there's some meditation and some sort of small journeys for the children, and lots of circus skills.
Oh, well, your speciality.
Yeah. Okay, 1 minute. That's my little one in the background.
And so this October, you celebrate Samhain. And if you could tell us a bit more about your event.
Yes, so alongside the weekly sessions that we run throughout the year, we host events, usually following sort of along the pagan lines, but we're not religious. We don't sum it up as any one thing. It's all mostly about reconnecting with nature. So this year we have a Samhain event, which also could be known as Halloween for some. We choose to celebrate it.
It's Halloween for me, though.
It's Halloween for Arlo. We choose to celebrate it slightly differently to, I guess, the norm. And we use it as a time to deepen our connection with nature. We bring in ceremonies, lots of fire play. At our particular event this year, we'll have some zombie archery and a spooky wooden trail, actually, which is going to be quite interesting. This is our third event, so it kind of just adapts and grows each year as we go.
And it's such a contrast, isn't it, to getting dressed up is the consumerism that Halloween has become. It's kind of a way of tapping out of all of that and just getting reconnected with I suppose yourself and nature.
Yeah, and we never want to be seen to be taking anything away from people. So the element of still coming and dressing up and enjoying the time and celebrating together and connecting, without that sugar-fueled madness. We're not saying we have no sugar, we just call it a low sugar event. So there are still lollipops, they're just fruit lollipops, and the kids don't even notice the difference. We will also bring in other bits like fruit kebabs, and pancakes are a firm favourite over the fire that we like to cook sometimes. We just want to show there's other ways of celebrating. It doesn't have to just be that consuming of loads of plastic things and sugar. So lots of the dress-ups that people do decide to wear are homemade outfits, which makes them a little bit more unique and, yeah, a little bit more special.
Yeah. And what time does it start and finish, and what's the cost?
So this is on Saturday, the 28th of October. We did have one cost at the beginning, and we have changed the offering a little due to some music changes. So the price has been reduced. It's £13 for an adult and £10 for a child. You do get some soup or and a tea or coffee. And then you can come and also make some damper bread over the fire, which is a really fun experience for anyone who hasn't done it. And it's fun for people who have done it. It's a time just to sort of, you have to really slow down when you're making the damper bread. It's a time just to sit and put anything that doesn't serve you anymore into the fire. And then after, you get a nice tasty treat. So
Nice.
this runs from 12 o'clock until 9 o'clock. Sorry, was your initial question. On the 28th. And we are on Facebook if you wanted a little bit more information. Or the link is trybooking.co.uk/CRBU. So you can go and book in there or find out a bit more information. Or like I say, on our Facebook page, you can contact me. My name on there is Kazia KG now. Or there's Zlatuse, who some of you may know as Goldie.
And can you camp?
Yes. Thank you for that reminder as well. There is camping available in the woodland, like a beautiful woodland setting. We could have space for a couple of vans and also tents. As many tents as you want. So
Oh,
you
brilliant.
can come and do that for £5 per person.
And for couples on who haven't got enough money for the ticket price, is there another way?
Yeah, we really would do want to make it very accessible to all. So if the price was a barrier, we would urge you just to get in contact, because we have some spaces available where you can come and help be part of the crew. So that's even more fun in itself, because you get extended party times. And yeah, it's a way of getting in. If the price was a barrier, then you and your family could come and do a few hours in work in exchange for your ticket, and then you get to enjoy the rest of the day.
Oh, lovely. And just before we go, could you tell me a little bit more about Samhain? Did you say it's the end of
Yes. So what it does is it marks the end of summer and the end of harvest, I guess. So that's when you're getting all your pumpkins and everything in. There's going to be a few ways that people, or what they find special to them and what they take from around this time of year. But the Celtic sort of pagans use it to celebrate the end of summer and bringing in the darkness and the end of harvest.
Was there anything about celebrating the lives of your past relatives in Samhain, or is that
Yes,
another?
some people, there is where they believe that the veil is at its thinnest. So it is a great time to connect with the other side, if that's, something that you do believe in. So yeah, it's a powerful time. And then I would say it kind of marks a time where we should all rest. We've got winter solstice after that. And then we should really rest until Imbolc in February, where everything starts to come back. And we did host an Imbolc celebration last year. So after Samhain, if you don't get to this event, you should be able to come and celebrate in February for Imbolc.
Brilliant. So find you on Facebook, being in your element. And but as you said, the link that you said earlier, do you want to just repeat that?
Yeah, so the link is trybooking.co.uk/CRBU. And you can either find me, Kazia, on Facebook, or Zlatuse. She's on there as well.
Brilliant. Oh, well, thank you so much for your time, and have an amazing time in the woods. And yeah, we'll speak to you soon then.
Thanks for listening.
Okay, bye.
Now how many days into the woods? Yesterday was 4.